Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pencil Spotting here on the Spooky Pizza Gift Shop channel. I've got some things that I picked up at Target that I want to try out. First of all are these Mirado Black Warrior pencils from Papermate. They come with an X-Acto pencil sharpener, so I'm more interested in pencil sharpeners right now than anything else. I've used these before and they're pretty good. My question is always, does the quality go down over time? So we shall see. I also have one of these little UB pencil sharpeners. And of course, the whole idea behind UB is you buy, UB gives. So every time you buy one of these, UB will give something like this to a child in need in this country, meaning in the United States. So I have not looked into this company at all. They also had some top Flite filler paper. This was 175 sheets for 99 cents. So I was interested in that. I've got some cheap filler paper in house that I've been trying to use up because it's not enjoyable. So I'm always looking for a cheap source of decent filler paper to use for all my various scribblings. So let's set this aside for now. And let's get these pencils out. I of course have our standard. This is our school notebook with not super great paper in it. And actually, this first page I tested some Walmart pencils on, and then the second page is upside down. So, and then I do have our steno book from Office Depot, which has higher quality paper in it. So we will flip over to page 2 of that. And we will get these guys out. They are pre-sharpened, so how sharp is sharp? I don't know. You never really know until you get them out of the container. So I'm trying to do this without making a mess, but of course, none of this just never comes off. You know what? I have a knife. There we go. I don't want to brute force my way in here, so I just want to get this off. Okay, so, all right, so the pencils are made in Mexico. The pencil sharpener itself is made in China. The plastic tray is not recyclable, but this plastic, or this paper card is. One thing I did not notice, the sharpener has a spill-proof top that locks closed, and it has a magnetic back that holds to almost any metallic surface. So there's that magnet. Now, how strong is that magnet? I don't know. It's pretty chunky. Here's the okay. So open, close. And one of the things I always found as a student. So how does this open? How do you get the top off? Oh no. How do you empty it? One of the things I found as a student, if you carry one of these little pencil sharpeners around with you, is that they leak and they will get shavings and bits of graphite all over your stuff. And apparently you're not going to have a problem with this because you never even can get it open. How the heck? It says magnetic rotating top sharpener. We would love to hear from you. I think you will probably. Because how does this? How do you just fill this up and then just throw it away? Is it disposed? What the heck? And this says X-Acto, but it actually says Elmer's products on the back. So I wonder if it's made by the same people that make Elmer's glue. So I would expect that the lid would not come off this way, but it's coming off a little bit there. So do you have to do it like halfway? I will not get any sleep tonight until I figure this out. So we should get on with things. So anyway, these I'm sorry, but that just does not seem very sharp to me. So, but anyway, the quick red fox jumped over the lazy brown dog. And that, again, it's a nice dark line. It's a nice smooth line. It's what I've come to expect from these Mirado Black Warriors. We will try in our steno pad. Okay, the quick red fox jumped over the lazy brown dog. Somebody told me what this kind of sentence is called that uses every letter of the alphabet. It's in the comments of one of my other videos. I had to find it because I forget what this is called. But yeah, on this nicer paper, this does write really, really well. I'm going to stop for a little bit because this is bugging me. But I want to sharpen this. I want to see how well this does. Oh, that's nice. Now the problem I have found with little sharpeners like this is that these blades don't stay sharp. So this thing is not. These are never a lifelong investment. So here we can see it did a fairly good job of that. The end is never, the very point is never as nice as with an electric pencil sharpener, because it's just these single blades that's cutting. So see, and then you get that. But it did put the quick red fox. It did put a decent point on there. Now, if I were a student, again, I would be happy if this lasted, half the school term. But yeah, I've got to stop this. We're almost out of battery power anyway, so I really got to figure out how this thing opens, because this is starting to bug me. So I will be back in a little bit. This guy. Okay, first of all, this magnet, I can hang this guy on the kitchen door, or on the refrigerator door, and I can open the refrigerator door and close it, and he does not fall off. So that's a fairly decent magnet. Now, how do you open this? I actually managed to get this whole top off, and I'm like, what the heck? It's sealed. But so what you do is you turn this until it's closed, until it locks, right? And so nothing should come out. And then you just keep turning it, and then this whole top unscrews, and there you go. So that is not counterintuitive, or that is not intuitive at all. And it kind of makes me think that after time, because you're putting so much torque on this, tightening it and closing it and opening it, that's going to loosen up, and this will start to leak. Well, it does have that locking mechanism there. So, yeah, interesting. Now, the other interesting thing I found, if you want to buy these in bulk, you have to buy 6, and you can get them for $1.79 a piece. But if you want just one of these, some joker is selling these things on eBay for $17.99. So yeah, I suggest if that guy's actually making money selling them, buy a bunch of these in bulk for $1.79 and then turn around and sell them for $17.99 on eBay. What the heck? Anyway, it's a weird world. So yeah, all right. So the other thing I wanted to try, let's look at this UB pencil sharpener. Let me get this guy out of here. So I like this one. I like this a lot. But like I said, these blades here never last a long time. Used to be in the old days you could buy replacement blades, but I don't know if you can anymore. I guess I should check Amazon, because you can buy everything, including a human kidney, on there just about. So anyway, let's get this out and see what this is like. And of course, when I was a little kid, you always had to have a pencil sharpener like this, because you didn't necessarily have a crank one at home. So this has both a large hole and a small hole, so you can use little kids' pencils in there. So yeah, this lid snaps down rather tightly, so I'm presuming that's going to keep dust and crumbs in. That's not going to last forever, though. It's just a plastic hinge. Like I said, if you buy these for your students or as a student, if you get one semester's use out of them, half a school year, you're doing all right. So let's see how this one goes. Ooh, that's nice. That's actually, well, not so nice, because it's already broken the lead. So, and of course, that's the problem with these kinds of pencil sharpeners, is that the lead breaks, and it gets jammed right in here. You probably can't see it really well. This camera doesn't focus sometimes, so you have to kick it out and get it out, and there it is. And then hope that you don't do it. And of course, part of the problem sometimes is that these are not very sharp and they're going to break that lead. Sometimes it's a matter of you pushing too hard. So I'm going to try to be a little bit gentler here and see how that does. And there we go. Ooh. Well, when you don't act like a Neanderthal, it does a nice job. So yeah. This one did a much nicer job with the very point than this one did. So I would definitely recommend this one over this one, at least based solely on that. So, but yeah, that gave us a nice point to work with. So I want to get this out of the way and get this and get this, and I still have my knife, so I probably should open this from the top. And I've said this before, excuse me, I've said this before, but they always put a sheet on top that has nice clean lines, and you never know what you're going to get underneath it. And what we get underneath it looks like that. That's all right. That's all right. So I'm going to get some of this out and see. And I think I've said in a previous video, come on out. Wow, that's well, so much for that. Don't be a Neanderthal unless you absolutely need to. So, like I said, in a previous video, I've got some old notebook paper that I'm working my way through that is simply not great. So I'm always looking for some cheaper notebook paper that actually has a nice tooth on it that things will get a hold of. So here's just one right out of the package. Quick Red Fox, and that does indeed take pencil rather well. It's smooth. It's leaving that nice dark line. Let's try one we sharpened. This was the UB. No, this was the X-Acto over the Lazy. This is the UB Brown Dog. This is perfectly good. I like it. So I've got a few pens here that I've had issues with on some of this cheaper paper. This, if I haven't talked about, this has a Monteverde refill in it, and it does not write well on just about anything. So the Quick Red Fox jumped over the Lazy Brown Dog, and you can see here this is not high quality. It's the line is very uneven. So I am not impressed with the vendor who gave me this for my last job as a Christmas gift. So this is a cheap I think dollar store kind of roller ball. And that feels nice. So that's not too bad. And then this, again, is my Zebra. You can see it there, Zebra V301 Fine Point Fountain Pen. That I love. Of course, it's a fine point because fountain pens tend to write with a, what is it, larger, wider line. And this is nice. It's actually writing fairly fine print, or fine pointedly on this paper. So, so yes. Okay. So let's step back and evaluate. First of all, these Mirado Black Warrior pencils, quality has not gone down. This was, let me see, this was a dozen pencils here, and then this sharpener with the magnetic back that looked like this. This was $4.99, so this is not inexpensive. That's if you say $2 for the sharpener and $3 for these pencils, that's what, a quarter a pencil, which is not terrible for the quality that they are. This UB pencil sharpener, this was $1.79, and I've not. Okay, so I'm shaking it. Some graphite is coming out of this, so nothing is 100% guaranteed here. But this actually does a good job if you let it do the work and don't force it. This was $1.79, and of course, this means my purchasing this means that a child in need in this country will get one of these as well, or possibly something else. Like I said, I haven't really looked into this. Actually, I guess it's pronounced Ubuy. I haven't really looked into this company to see if they give the same thing away. But anyway, and then the last thing was this Top Flite filler paper, wide rule. This was 175 sheets for 99 cents, and I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go out on a limb and recommend this and these and that. But that X-Acto pencil sharpener is weird. But that magnet is fairly strong, so it stuck to my refrigerator door, and I could open it and close it and not have any issues. So yeah, I'd recommend all of these things. I think you'll be happy with them.